What is going on, family? It is Click-Fillet, and today I want to show you the quick way to get your Ancient Ward gear set up along with the Tick helmet or the Goat King helmet. So let's jump right in and get started. All right. So just a quick reminder why you want Ancient Ward gear is because it gives you 4.9% damage absorption against Ancient Guardians, and that's each piece of gear. So that means 4.9 stacked 5 times. So for the first piece of gear, we're going to actually go to Brim, and you're going to want to use the Great Shrine of Thoth. Then you're going to go straight down, hang a right, and you'll end up at the Colossus of Quebi or Teletubby, one of the two. And he's one of the easiest ones to farm because he drops 2 pieces of Ancient Ward gear. The chest piece, which is called Colossal Stormplate, and then you also have the pants, which are the weighted greaves. The drop rate for these, of course, are different for each person. I got them within the same day. It felt like it didn't take very long. As you can see, this player over here says he got them within 6 kills. And while you're in Brim, you're going to want to make your way over to Rock of Apophis, the fast travel shrine, and then go ahead and journey to Place of Pillars. You would have journeyed to this area in the Brimstone quest line, but if you didn't, you will have to actually do the jumping puzzle. But I do recommend, if you can, just use the actual teleporter that you unlock. And trust me, I understand you have to be a certain angle just to get it to work. Once you go through the teleporter, then you'll notice right across from you there will be Stubbles the Goat King, which also has a subtitle of pushy, and trust me, he is pushy. So the piece that he drops is the Goat King helmet, which also includes Ancient Ward and Refreshing Ward, which is nice being a tank or being melee DPS. Now I will say it does vary from player to player of how often it does drop. It did take a little while for me, but I went and tried one thing that actually dropped. I don't know if it's just irony or what, but I just put a helmet on and a bow and it dropped instantly. I had some company members do the same thing. They were struggling to get it, and then all of a sudden they got it. So don't quote me on this, but maybe try a helmet and a bow if you're having some trouble getting that helmet to drop. Now the other thing that does drop ironically from him is the Headbutt Kite Shield, which is just another kite shield to add to my storage collection. Someday I'll use you. Someday. So at this point, now that you have 2 to 3 pieces of Ancient Ward gear, I would just queue for Lazarus to go ahead and see if you can fill out the rest of your armor with the Chartist gear. Because even at lower mutators, if you get the greaves and the boots to drop, you now have 5 pieces of armor with Ancient Ward on them. And who knows, you might even get the Chartist headdress to drop, which only seems to come in the extra large size. Excuse me, can I get this in a medium? Also, can I get this in, I don't know, men's? Another piece of gear worth mentioning is the Spearman's gloves. They're also Ancient Ward, and it actually drops right underneath New Corsica. All you have to do is go down the rocks and you'll see Keeper of None. He actually drops another weapon which is pretty good. It's a spear called Numb's Key, and it also has Ancient Bane. One other open world drop I recommend is Bovine Boots. Now you can find these in grave offerings or the ancient offerings. I found mine out in the acid pool area while I was farming for golden scarabs. Now last thoughts here, I do understand that that is a mixed gear of strength, con, and dex, but in my opinion it's the easiest to farm out in the open world, and I do hope this helps your Ancient Ward journey. Well everyone, I hope this was a helpful video. If you wouldn't mind helping me build this channel by giving a like and a subscribe, maybe a comment, I do appreciate it. It's just a couple clicks away. No pun intended. Also, there is a link to a cheat sheet in the description below that will show you some tank builds, DPS builds, and healer builds, making it easier to find the items you need and who drops them. Thanks again, everyone, for hanging out, and we will see you in the next video.